Children, so let us do some exercise in the activities part. So the first activity is answer these questions. So children, read the first question. So the first question is, what are the conditions necessary for the germination of seeds? So once again, the question is, what are the conditions necessary for the germination of seeds? So let us see the answer for this question. So the answer for this question is, enough amount of water, air and warmth are the conditions necessary for the germination of seeds. Children, we have discussed it already. So actually the seed is non-living thing, and inside the seed there is a small tiny plant called embryo, and it is attached to the seed leaves called cotyledons, and there is a small hole present on the outside of the seed which is called micropyle. So when water, air and warmth are given to the seed, then it grows into a small plant. So the conditions for the germination of these seeds are, so we should require amount of water, air and warmth. So these are the conditions required for the germination of the seed. So children, see the second question. So the second question is, if plants do not have seeds, how do they reproduce? So children, read the question once again. If plants do not have seeds, how do they reproduce? So already we have discussed this topic in plant dispersal, that means seed dispersal. So how seed dispersal in different ways. So children, look at the answer. The answer for this question is, if plants do not have seeds, then they reproduce by tiny spores or from bud, stem, leaf or root. So some plants does not produce seeds. That means some plants do not have flowers or seeds. Then they will reproduce their younger ones with the help of their spores. And some plants reproduce the new plants with the help of their body parts like buds, stem, root, leaf, etc. So if we consider lichens and moss plants, they will produce spores and they can produce a new plant from each spores. And if we consider some plants like potato, carrot, so these are the new plants which are coming from the roots. And if we consider leaf, the leaf of bryophyllum. So bryophyllum produces new plants with the help of its leaf. So in this way, the plants produces new plants from their body parts and from their spores. So those does not have seeds. So children, note down this question and answer in your notebook. So see the third question. The third question is, describe the structure of a seed. Describe the structure of a seed. So children, see the answer for this question. So the first point is, there are 3 points in the answer for this question. The first point is, the seed has a harder outer core. It protects the seeds. And second point is, the scare on the seed is a part attached to the fruit. And the third point is, the seed has a tiny plant and food for it inside it. So this is the structure of seed. So generally seeds are very hard and we cannot easily broken the seed because the outer portion of the seed is covered by a thick layer called seed coat. And a tiny plant is present inside the seed, that is called embryo. And there is a scare. Scare is a part which is attached. That means scare is a part with which a seed is attached to the fruit. And above the scare there is a small hole present in it for the entry of water into the seed. That small hole is called micropyle. So this is the structure of the seed. So children, note down this question and answer in your notebook. So see the next question. That is fourth question. So the fourth question is, what is meant by seed dispersal? So what is meant by seed dispersal? The answer for this question is, children, see the answer and read the answer. The scattering of seeds or fruits away from the mother plant is called seed dispersal. So that means, so every plant produces so many seeds. If all the seeds fell down and near the mother plant, and all the plants which fell down at the mother plant cannot grow, because it will take a crowding of the plants, and there will be competition for light, water between the plants. So that's why actually this does not happen in the nature. So all the seeds which fell down near the mother plant cannot grow at the single place, because there will be competition between the plants, and a crowding of plants will take place, and there will be no proper growth in the plants if all the seeds grown at the same place. So that's why the seeds should be scattered to distant places to avoid the competition between the plants for light and water. So this scattering of seeds and fruits away from the mother plant is called seed dispersal. So we have already discussed that there are some types of these methods of seed dispersal. So children, note down this question and answer in your notebook. So see the next question. So the next question is, how do animals help in the dispersal of seeds? How do animals help in the dispersal of seeds? So for the seed dispersal, animals helpful for the dispersal of seeds. Not only animals, water also helpful in the dispersal of seeds, and some animals helps in the dispersal of foods, and wind also helpful in the dispersal of foods. So that's why there are some methods of dispersal of seeds, that is wind dispersal, dispersal by animals, and dispersal by explosion. So these are the different methods for the dispersal of seeds. So here, how do animals help in the dispersal of seeds? So children, see the answer for this question. The answer is, animals help in the dispersal of seeds. A. By excreting the seeds from the fruits they eat. B. By carrying away the seeds which have hooks or spikes. So some seeds have hook-like structure or spike-like structures, like if we take xanthium seed, spear grass seeds. So these seeds have a spike-like structures, and they will attach it to the skins of the animals, or if they attach it to the claws, then the animals carry away the seeds along with them to distant places. And some seeds have hook-like structures. For example, if we take a tiger nail seed, it will have seeds like structure, and it will attach it to the skin of the animals or claws, and they will carry away the seeds to distant places. So in this way, animals help in the dispersal of seeds. And some animals like monkeys and birds, crows and squirrels, they eat some fruits, and they does not digest the seed present in the fruit, and the seeds will come out through their excreta. So this excretion will take place at distant places from the mother plant. Then there the seeds will grow into a new plants. So in this way, animals helpful in the dispersal of seeds. So children, note down this question and answer in your notebook. So see the next question. So the next question is, explain the various ways of dispersal of seeds. So explain the various ways of dispersal of seeds. So seeds can be dispersed in different ways. So the answer for this question is, so the first method, wind dispersal. So that is, the seeds are carried away by wind. Example, cotton seed, dandelion seed. These seeds have hair-like structure or tufts of hair, and these seeds are very light in weight. That's why they are carried away by the wind to distant places. So this dispersal of seeds with the help of winds is called wind dispersal. And the second method is water dispersal. So water also helpful in the dispersal of seeds of fruits, seeds of plants which live in water. So example, coconut and palm tree. So the coconut tree contains a very light fibrous portion around the coconut. It is very light in weight, and if the coconut fell on the water, it does not sink, and it will be carried away with the water flow to distant places. So in this way, water also helpful in the dispersal of seeds. That is called water dispersal. And the third way is animal dispersal. The animals help in the spreading the seeds. So animals also help in the spreading the seeds. For example, squirrels, monkeys, squirrels, monkeys, parrots, all these animals and birds eat from fruits of the trees, and they does not digest the seeds and come out through their excreta, and they will excrete at the distant places from the mother plant. So there the seeds will grow into new plants. So this is called animal dispersal. And the fourth way is explosion. So some plants scatter their seeds by explosion. So the answer is, the fruits explodes and the seeds are thrown away. Some fruits like okra and pea plants, they explode after they are dried, and they will scatter the seeds of their plants through distant places through the explosion. So this is called explosion. The fruits explode and the seeds are thrown away. So these are the four ways of methods of dispersal of seeds. So children, note down this question and answer in your notebook. So children, let us go to the next activity in this exercise. So the next activity is complete the sentences.